And we are live. Welcome back, everyone. Is your six covered? Appreciate you showing up. We're having fun today. Let's start off with Matt from RTT Guns and Gear. How are you today?
Just fucking peachy. How are you?
Matt's been under the weather. I was waiting to hear something like that. That's why I had to start with that. And of course, we've got Elster, Rifles and Reloading down at the bottom. He just finished up a really informative live chat, so definitely get over there and check that out.
How you doing, my friend? Thanks for having me on your channel live here.
Yeah, I didn't get to be your what do you always put in the comments? Your quiet, calm, sleeping, whatever the hell you put down there.
The nice, soothing voice that makes me fall asleep at night.
Yeah, exactly. I always crack up when I see that. He's like, "Oh, perfect. He's live. I can go to bed now."
Well, usually by that time, I'm usually in bed by about 9-10 p.m. Central Time, and it seems like every time I get in the bed, my girlfriend's next to me, so I got to put my Bluetooth headphones on, and so she doesn't hear the bullshit, because she's always yelling at me for being on YouTube. Yeah, I'm like, man, I got to jump on Is Your Six Covered, because man, I got to fall asleep to listen to Rick's voice.
Well, I appreciate you two showing up. It's always fun. Matt, I know you're a little under the weather today. He doesn't have coronavirus. You can't get coronavirus through the YouTube, at least as far as we know as of yet. And he doesn't have it for that matter. But tell us a little bit about that old Walmart. Was it Walmart?
Oh yeah. So last weekend I was in Walmart, and that was when I recorded the video of like a pallet. There was a pallet of propane cylinders, like little Coleman propane cylinders, and a shelf full of Coleman, like the propane camp grills and stuff like that. Yeah, the little camp grills and shit. And I'm like, everybody's raiding the toilet paper, but like this stuff is still here.
Yeah, what counts, right?
Yeah, it seems a bit misguided. So sometime during that trip to Walmart, I sneezed. It was just a random, weird, off-the-wall sneeze, probably allergy related. And the people around me, you should have seen like looking at me like get away.
Quit, scatter. Everyone scatter.
Oh my God. The reaction was hilarious.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, instead of a fart machine, they got the little fart buttons where you make the freaking thing. You can have like all sorts of different coughs now. Like,
yeah, you should.
And whatever. Have some fun with that. That'd be kind of cool. We got Jackson hitting steel, Joaquin, lead mine in 44. It's been pretty crazy. So to give you an idea of what's going on here in North Kakalaki, I was talking to a buddy of mine. His wife is a nurse, and they're kind of projecting that it's really not even going to hit us till June. Right now, we're already basically first steps of lockdown, all that other BS. And
they give you an idea of how many cases you have in your county?
I think it was like 2 or 4 in Henderson County. The town, or not the town, but the county north of us just basically locked down. They started the lockdown. We don't even have a lockdown in our county yet. And I think the sheriff's is basically saying we're not going to do that right now. But I don't know. But it's so basically what I was getting to is if it really does start in June, man, we got a long way going.
Oh yeah,
it's
not gonna end anytime. I mean, we're talking a year, if not a year and a half, and they're even talking multiple waves here. I mean, it was just like the Spanish flu. It wasn't that first wave that killed everyone. It was the second wave that killed 50 million. So who knows what's going to happen. And the Spanish flu came in 3 total waves, and it was that second one and the beginning of the third one that really, I think it was 50 million people that, were killed in the early 1900s. And let's hope to God that never turns in that situation here with this COVID-19. So,
yeah, the whole Spanish flu thing it kind of hits home here. If anybody's ever seen any of my videos where it looks like there's some ruins in the background and some like old crumbly buildings. That was a town called, it's a ghost town. It's an old smelter for a ghost town called Sasco. And that was the Sasco smelter that I shoot at commonly. And that entire town was wiped out by the Spanish flu. That's why the smelter shut down.
Wow.
And and I've never shown video of it, but I have to pass by the cemetery. It's just a really old, as you can imagine, cemetery that's now all fenced off and private property and whatnot. You can't even get in to look at it. But yeah, that entire area it's almost creepy, because if I'll do some patrolling and navigation classes out in the desert area there, and you can get into just the right spots and see, well, this used to be a dirt road. And this used to be a dirt road. Oh, and here's just an oddball square patch of desert floor that has like one bush growing in the middle of it. You can tell that that's where a foundation was. That's where a house sat at one point in time. It's almost weird. You can damn near walk down the street out in the desert if you know how to look at the the growth.
That's crazy. Yeah, well, you just got to hope that this it mutates down and doesn't mutate up, because most likely this is going to mutate in some shape or form, and if it mutates in the wrong way, it can become even more disastrous. It seems like we're all learning in regards to what novel means. It just stands for it's a new virus that's we've never seen before, and and all flus in some shape or form they were a novel type of flu. Then whether they were a coronavirus of some sort or some shape or form of a flu, they all started out as a pandemic of one sort, and they just mutated a little bit. And that's what we're seeing right now. And I mean, to see something this disastrous, or at least show us how fragile our society and economy is, to see something like this in our lifetime, it's pretty amazing. I don't know. And hopefully this blows over here, and especially once the summer rolls in and the temperatures warm up, hopefully it will help kill off this virus, and something we're not going to have to deal with here. And hopefully that most likely we'll see a fall wave roll through, and hopefully it's not that disastrous. So,
well, that's kind of what I was watching a video. I don't remember who for sure. I think it was like Canadian Prepper or something. I can't remember who it was. But the temperatures in the world right now, there's kind of in layers, right? So the summer's obviously different depending on where you're at and where the world is. And it likes to be in a certain temperature. Well, a lot of the United States hasn't really got to that temperature yet. So
exactly.
I see it being forecasted. It'll probably be a long time before we. Some of the things I did for preps today was actually plant a garden. So it is a little early. We around here normally start after Mother's Day. That's kind of when we know there's not going to be any freeze. But I'm like, screw that. I want to try to get some shit started early.
Exactly. Matter of fact, my girlfriend and I were talking about
that. You just can't throw this in the ground, and a day later you got some freaking tomatoes. So it's like I planted corn, peas, broccoli, a whole shit ton of stuff.
Hey, Rick, can you make a promise to me though?
What's that?
Make sure you get video of it, of you down on your hands and your knees pulling those weeds out, and I want to see a special video of you showing how to cultivate and manage your garden just the proper
I got a
your six covered way.
I actually did video of not the planting of it, because I was down doing with the shovel, but the after I was done, I showed everything. But that doesn't show me getting dirty, so I'll have to throw some of that in there.
You got to, man, because that's why guys enjoy your channels. It's
I don't know why
50% comical relief and it's 50% seriousness.
But I've had this since 2012, so this is actually a test. I bought this at Costco. It comes in this preparedness storage garden.
How much was that?
I can't remember yesterday, let alone what I paid for this thing. Freaking 12. But you know what? I was very impressed with the shit in here, so I opened it up. Comes with the growing guide, tells you like when to plant this and all that kind of shit, right? But when you okay, so here's carrots. Now, when they give you carrots, it's not like this shit, right? Like, how you normally get like seeds at Home Depot or something like this. So this is the difference. Except this thing is full of freaking seeds. I was like, holy shit! I could live for if I could get them to actually grow correctly, I could live 6 years on this shit.
I'm just thinking they give you that many just so the ratio is higher of ones that'll work.
This is what scared me, though. I guess would have been good if I would have if the apocalypse would have hit in 2012. But right there, it said tested on 8/12. So that's corn. So this thing was pretty full. I mean, they don't mess around. Like,
see, now you got to get the protein side of that equation done. You got to get like a bunch of rabbits where they're constantly multiplying.
I could grind that up and make tortillas if I wanted to.
Yeah.
There's a ton of that shit in there. But I'm talking everything from lettuces, radishes, just basically everything you need in the garden. But I was pretty impressed. I don't know if it'll grow because it's been so long, but we'll see. But I'm excited to get a garden going. I grow one every year, a small one.
Yeah. No, my girlfriend and I were talking about doing that actually in our backyard, and maybe even doing like a greenhouse. I thought, maybe I could slap up a quick greenhouse and do something like that. I think it'd be kind of cool. And she was talking about getting one of those 50-gallon drums that catches water off your yeast troughs or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So hey man, I was checking out your video you posted today with that 22 can. What can was that? It's like
CGS. That was the not the Siren. That's the other one. The Siren. That is the Hydra.
Yes, that thing was pretty damn quiet, man.
Well, what's crazy? So the Thunder Beast beat that out. The Silencer Co. Switchback beat that out.
Yeah.
I mean, you could shoot it all day long, and you would never know until you put the sound equipment together to like see which one actually decibels are lower.
Yeah.
They all work really good, but
I think you said the Switchback came out on top, though, right?
It did. The Switchback is actually the quietest 22 can out as of right today. So,
to your human ear, though, without X-Ring's fancy decibel equipment, can you really tell a difference with the human ear?
Well, the suppressors are about tones. So like some tones are, depending on your ear, right? So your wife or your girlfriend is probably whatever tone you really can't hear well, whatever tone that is the best tone to have your suppressor out because you can't hear any of that. So I'm being funny, but what I mean is there is tone differences. So like some will be a higher pitch and some will be a lower pitch. So it almost depends on what tone you prefer.
Yeah. No, my buddy's got a Silencer Co, man. And man, we threw that on my Mark IV and we threw in some quiet ammo and it didn't really cycle the bolt that well, but holy smokes. I mean, all you hear is nothing but the action and it's just insane. Yeah, it's nuts. Like literally the impact of the bullet 25 yards away is louder than the crack.
It's louder than the whole damn thing.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So I suppose you're super pumped though to get these cans in ears, huh?
It took forever. I actually went to the gun store and asked Scott. I'm like, hey, when's that damn thing showing up? I have one in jail right now, which is good.
Yeah.
But I got 2 other ones that I'm waiting on to even show up. Yeah, I wish I would have done that 5 years ago. But cans weren't out. That one wasn't out back then, so I'm kind of glad. I'm not glad I waited. I would have just done it.
Yeah, that's one of my next things I really, really got to do is get some cans. Every time I use a can in one of my videos, I'm always using my buddy Sean's cans, and he doesn't mind. You don't really have to twist his arm. It's kind of like extra. You don't have to twist his arm to go out to the range. But I really got to get my own cans too. So I hear you there.
So that is you have to do a tax stamp per can, correct?
Yeah.
$200.
Yeah. Then you can either do a trust or you can. There's another method of doing it. My buddy did the trust, so he can pass it on to his family members once he passes. But I don't think you did that though, right, Rick? You didn't.
I did not. I'm doing it. My son's not able to do it anyways, and I didn't want to slow down the process. So
yeah.
The only reason why, Matt, so the way I've been thinking of it lately is I have not been buying any gun stuff, gun guns. Like I haven't bought the new this and the new that because honestly, I don't care. I just want to get better with the ones I have. I have decent stuff. I don't need anything. But when it comes to the can, so the reason why I'm saying that is I'm using the can as kind of the gun now. I'm not going out and buying the new Glock this or the new whatever that. I'm putting that money towards the can because at the end of the day, it's so much better to shoot with a freaking can.
It is. Especially when you go shooting with someone, they all got cans and you don't. And they're all like, hey, can you just go shoot maybe 100 yards that way?
Yeah, that's what happens to me. I'm the loud guy at the freaking long range. Everybody else is all and I'm like, wow, wow.
Especially you throw the brake on, you really piss them off, right?
So if you're going to do a bunch of different cans, what
well, the way
would an FFL SOT not be cheaper in the long run?
Well, that. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, that's something I'm working on right now.
Yeah, I mean, you can go through all that, but once you're an FFL, I mean, you gotta if the ATF wants to search your house, you gotta be able to do that. And no,
we are going that route actually. Just because I don't like waiting that long.
Yeah.
You know.
So, do you have to classify your YouTube channel as like an FFL to create a business and then use that to get an FFL?
You have to have an LLC through, you have to have a company basically.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to name it, the Elster's Reloading, whatever.
I actually just formed an LLC for my channel last month.
Oh, you did? Okay. And then after you have that, that's when you would start the process of the other stuff.
Okay.
I don't know all the ins and outs of it. That's something if Ray jumps on here. But that is something that is a possibility.
BSO channel, BSO gun channel.
It sounds very familiar, but what does VSO stand for or doesn't?
Vigilant Inspector Operations.
I don't think I have.
But so he's a guy, he's out of Ohio. He's somebody that I used to talk to a lot, a number of years ago. He did his FFL SOT, and he said basically once you get the LLC done, everything's gravy. He said there's a little bit of waiting process, but if you've gone this long in life buying guns and you're, free and clear of everything, once you get your LLC done, he said that is way harder than getting the FFL or SOT.
That's good to know. Doing an LLC was super easy. I think it cost me $130 with the state of Wisconsin. And then once I got that formed, I just jumped on the IRS thing and created an EIN number, and then it was done in 2 hours.
2 hours?
Really?
Yeah.
See, I was trying to LLC either my channel or my the name I use for training, Southern Arizona Tactical.
It's all different per state, though. Like Wisconsin, it was easy.
Oh, I was like, I started into that in Arizona. I'm like, man, shoot me in the freaking head.
How long ago was that?
A month ago.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it must be a state. Your state must be a lot tighter.
Yeah.
Or something.
I mean, literally, it was for me. Log into Wisconsin, punch my info in, create a name, pay the $130, click a button, done. That took 15 minutes, and then once I got that done, jumped on the IRS thing, punched in you got to punch in the exact same name and your information, and I didn't even pay anything there, and you get your EIN number right there. So literally in less than an hour or two, I had it done.
Wow.
Yeah. So it must be just your state.
Yeah, 45 Auto's got a good point, but there's a lot more involved in what we're talking about. You have to satisfy the feds that you're actually doing business as an FFL, not just taking shortcuts, getting a suppressor or wholesale guns. Yeah, depending on what you're trying to accomplish, or if you're trying to actually make components that, so it depends on which form you're going to do and how you're going to go about that. So
yeah, if you're not stocking guns like a store, would, and you're just doing some transfers, especially transfers for some friends. If you're just doing some transfers for some friends, that's my understanding is pretty much the easiest way to go about it is, I can't remember which FF, there's
There's
but 1, 2, and 3, and one of them is for manufacturing. Another one doesn't cover manufacturing.
Yeah.
Another one, you know what I mean? There's different things for each one. And from my understanding, and especially when it was talking from VSO, he was like, basically, I have a room that I have set aside with a lock on it. That is for any customer's guns, basically, i.e., my buddies who bought a gun and transferred it through me.
Yeah.
He says, then my closet in my bedroom is for my personal guns. They can't be in the same space. That's about it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure. Well, how long has Ray had his FFL and SOT? It was a while now, right?
Well, you'll have to ask him. His is through the company that he works for.
Oh, I see.
That's all I can say.
Yeah.
That, and I wouldn't give you the right answer even if I knew, sir.
Yeah, I get it.
But he's actually trying. I don't know. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But let's see. Rocket FFL. That sounds like that tax. What's that tax form that you can get done online? Just like.
Well, I think Rocket FFL is where I was getting some of my information from too.
Huh. Okay.
Something like that.
It sounds like that. What's a tax form that you can do online that's really easy and the what is it called? Tax. Yeah, someone out here will know.
Tax.
TurboTax?
TurboTax. Yeah, it sounds like TurboTax. Like
I use TurboTax every year.
Yeah, you can have your FFL in 33 seconds. Yes.
Dude, for the first 3 or 4 years. So I've been using TurboTax since it cost money to buy the CD.
Yeah, that's a while ago.
Every year, right? You had to buy the updated TurboTax thing every year. Prior to that, I was going to H&R Block. I was making $7 an hour. Okay. I was making $7 an hour rebuilding engines, machining and rebuilding engines. And had a kid, was married, and was paying in every year.
Yeah.
I don't know how it happened. Like nobody else could explain it to me. H&R Block charged me like $1 bazillion to let me know that I needed to pay more money. I started using TurboTax. I haven't paid in since.
Shit, I'm going to TurboTax because I owe a bunch of money this year. I'm like, why do I owe so much? They're like, well, you had an increase here, you had an increase here. I'm like, son of a.
Yeah, I was actually just using H&R Block there for just my own, W-2, just my single job. But now that I went to the whole YouTube thing, now I got to pay taxes on it, obviously. And I started my LLC and this, whole business thing, and you got the whole affiliate thing to boot. I couldn't do it on H&R Block. I had to use TurboTax, and they made it super easy to do it on there. But a night and day difference.
Good numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, they hold your hand through the whole process.
Yeah. I mean, I tried to do it on H&R Block. I'm like, this ain't going to happen. So I tried doing it on TurboTax. I had it done like that.
Like with TurboTax, you have to intentionally mean to, like, you have to lie on something.
Yeah.
Like, it's so easy, and they make it so fluid that you have to go out of your way to fuck something up on purpose.
Yeah.
In order to screw something up.
Yeah.
Well, what happens if I put this amount?
Yeah, because I was getting forms for my affiliate stuff. I was getting forms from YouTube for my AdSense, and then I had my regular job, and I'm like, first time doing this, and I'm like, and then I tried, like I said, I tried to do on HR Block, couldn't do it, and jumped on TurboTax, had it done in probably half hour, 45 minutes. So.
Tim Davis commented, I was telling these guys that for some reason my shit is not showing up anymore. I think they figured out that I circumvented their system. And
they're ghosting you, buddy.
They're kicking me right in the nutsack right now. So I got that going for me.
So your YouTube, Elfster, your YouTube is LLC now, right?
Yes.
Does that mean, and I'll have to admit, I don't think I've seen any of your videos. I will definitely go check them out now, though. Sure. But does that mean all of your gas money, ammo, and so on and
Yes.
so on is now recordable? And
Yeah, I write down my mileage to and from the range, my ammo that I shoot. When I went to like the Palmetto State Armory event, I can write off the flights, you name it, everything. So even gear, if you buy gear, camera equipment.
really,
Yep. So
yeah,
Well, there's a huge plus to that, and that's what I want to do. And the tax guy was saying, well, until you get one of those, because I think I even barely made it, but I got a little thing from Google that said, "You suck ass," and here's.
well, you have to make if you make $600 or more, they will actually send you what is it called, a
1099 or something.
yes, 1099 INT or whatever it's called. So if you make 600 or more, they should automatically send it to you. YouTube actually doesn't automatically do it. You got to request it. I think over a certain amount, they automatically send it to you. And if you don't, if it's under 600, you still have to claim it. And you do I think it's called, I'd have to go back and look, but it's called like a miscellaneous INT or something like that. I'd have to check, but yeah. So yeah, you can, once you form an LC in your official business, you can do all that. So really, I don't even think even once you, I mean, I'm not no tax expert here, but I think even before you're an LLC, if you claim yourself as a business, I think you can, if you still have to pay that money pay taxes on the money that you're generating, you're claiming yourself as a business. So, but you know, I would definitely form an LLC to make it legit. So,
yeah. Well, that was the whole thing.
Like Matt drives, he's got a ways to go to the thing, and if we go shoot, it's an hour drive to shoot that long range. Like that's a lot of fuel and ammo.
mm-hmm.
And all that shit. It would be nice to be able to write that off.
Yeah. So every time I go to the range, I have a note thing on my phone that I log in the mileage, the type of ammo, how much I paid for the ammo, what else, you name it. You know.
Did it help you this year, or this is your first year? I guess, huh?
Oh yeah, you have to write that off, otherwise you're going to be paying through the nose. So,
yeah, let me say hi to everybody out here real quick. Let's see, we got DW45 Auto, Warsaw Patriot, Tim Davis, Daniel got as my judge. Let me head back this way. Saw quite a few of you guys in here earlier. Conservative Sniper Hunter, how you doing? I did get your video that you had sent, but I did not see it, so I apologize. TB, what's up, TB? And that's a Warsaw Patriot. I know I'm missing a few. You guys type it down below. Hidden Steel, California. If you guys haven't typed in a while. Clam Walker and Julia Campbell. How you doing, Julia? Long time. Let's see. And if you just got here, type something in, and I'll say hi.
So how's your reloading coming along there, Ray? Are you from pretty much new to reloading? Be reloading for a while or what?
Me, I'm fairly new depending on what it was. Shotgun, I reloaded for years just because I did a gazillion rounds of shotgun stuff. Pistol, I've been reloading for a few years, but rifle is a new beast. And then I blew up my freaking trickler charger today. Or yes, 2 days ago?
The one that Ray gave you?
Yeah.
Was it because you had the wrong voltage on it or what?
Yep. So I smoked that thing.
That's awesome.
Yep. So I got that going for me.
Well, hey, I just seriously just called them. I bet money that they will replace it. You know, just mention your name. I'm sure, like, oh, of course, is your six cover.
Oh yeah, sure they will. They'll be like,
just do the name drop.
We got that from Ray for free, so you can't get any warranty shit. Hopefully, they don't watch my channel. They're like, I saw your dumbass plug in the wrong thing.
Looks like the good old Chico Wise is rolling into the house.
Chico's in the house.
Yeah, good man there.
He is. I met Chico down at the rack. It was cool.
You did, huh?
Yeah. Actually, I saw him from a distance. I see someone as short as me over there. Damn it, Clam Walker.
Look at that. Dropping the super chat.
I see someone over there. It looks like Chico Wise. And I'm all, and then we finally met up. I'm all, that's Chico. You are more than welcome, Clam Walker, for all the live fun magic we have here. You don't need to do that, though. Appreciate it. If you want to spend your money more wisely, go over to the Patreon where you get to see all the cool live chats where we shoot suppressors and have fun and scurry around YouTube's bullshit rules and all that stuff. So
that's where you show off the guns, right?
that's where I show off the guns and all the cool stuff without going to YouTube jail.
So what are you reloading now?
Just
for bottleneck rifle.
6.5, 22 250, and 223. Basically, that's it.
Nice.
Oh, I found some powder today. Matt's not a big reloader. We got to talk him into it one day. But
what kind of powder did you
get? He's like, no. I got some XBR, some 8208, and then so the guy called me. So we have this place called Morrison's, right?
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool, but it's this weird shop. It's like it's a gun shop / reloading. Doesn't have any guns for sale per se, except for like muzzle loaders and shit. Tons of different like reloading parts and junk. And then the other half of the store, maybe even 2/3 of the other part of the store is like old books and like it's just this weird thing his dad had before he passed away.
Yeah.
He's really knowledgeable, right? So he ended up calling me because I was on the list for powder. Because the old 6.5 Creedmoor keeps eating that 4350 up like magic.
I got tons of H4350.
I know. I saw you showing it off.
Yeah.
Look at all this. This is what you can't have.
Yeah, it was like a bunch of clowns in a clown card, right? I was just pulling it out of the cabinet, left, right, and center. Yeah. That's my main three would be H4350 for my 6mm and 6.5 pills. Usually I use Varget for 223 at 308. I have recently been using Varget for 6.5 Grendel. And I use XBR for my short barrel rifles that have 10.5-inch barrels. It's a faster burning powder. So usually I use that XBR for my 223 10.5-inch shorties. That's usually the three I get. Those are the main three, and they're awesome powder, especially Varget and H4350. It's a really stable powder. You know, it's temperature stable. So.
Yeah, that XBR stuff. Ray turned me onto that stuff for the long range 223 stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'm a huge fan of using Varget for 223. That pet load of mine using 60 grain VMAX. I've put those 60 grain VMAX up against 68 grain bolt tail hollow points and 75 grain bolt tail hollow points, and the 60 grains always come out on top in regards to accuracy, even out to 600 yards. You really got to try that. Yeah,
I'm like, holy hell, that's crazy.
You wouldn't think so. They're a flat base bullet too. They're not even bolt tail, and sometimes those flat base bullets they can be more accurate than a bolt tail hollow point. So I would definitely check them out. At least try them, see how they shoot out of your rifle. Every rifle's barrel is different, so you don't know until you try it. So
that's true.
Yeah, but that I believe my pet load on that is 60 grain VMAX, Lake City brass, 23.8 grains of Varget, CCI 400 primers, with a 3000 headspace bump from Fireform. So no matter what I put that in, it just shoots.
I'm not on that playing field yet. Ray has all that crap to deal with. I just freaking throw it in the resizer, put the bullet in it, and shoot that son of a bitch.
Have you seen my start to finish reloading series?
No, I have not.
You really should watch that from start to finish. There's 9 parts. If you watch that from start to finish and you don't know how to reload, you just don't want to learn.
All I know is like I learned this one way to do it, and the shit works perfect, so I don't mess with anything. Right, Matt?
I had to unmute my mic because I've been over here letting the dog out and fucking animals over here talking to me.
Dog.
I grew up reloading. from the time I was about 8 years old, I was reloading shotgun shells and rifle and revolver stuff with my grandpa, and I did it all the way up until I was, I don't know, late teens, I guess, maybe even a little bit later than that. And it was one of those things where it's just, man, this is not for me. You know,
you can buy this shit already done at the store, Dad. What the hell are we doing?
you know, it was.
That's what it is. That's what it is when it comes to reloading. Either you love it or you hate it. And especially when it comes to load development, it's even more true. Either you love it or hate it. And there's no middle ground. It's either all or nothing. So
it was cool. It was cool back when I was a kid doing it with my grandpa. We'd load up 100 rounds or 200 rounds or 500 rounds of various things, go to the gun range, shoot it all up, come back. And, you know, it was cool then. And then it got to the point where I was old enough where I had other shit to do. And I was like,
you're like, I want to go to the bars.
I'm like, what? I need to weigh the options here.
Usually if I'm reloading, obviously I want the most precise reloads I can get, or either I'm that or I'm fighting with my girlfriend. So,
yeah.
I'm going to reload.
I'm hiding in the garage.
I'm done talking to you.
That's right. I'm going to go make bullets.
She knows I'm pissed too if I'm reloading. If I'm reloading, she's like, oh, shit.
Oh, man.
I'll have a big day on the range, or maybe I'll have a class that I've taught or something. Or, you know, just a day on my own where I'll go through about 500 rounds. Basically, I go through my own class. I'll go through my own class occasionally. And then we'll sit right there. That's a recliners in it. You know, it's a sectional. And see that part right there? There'll be a bucket of ammo right there.
That's a bucket of ammo?
We'll sit there, I'll sit there, and we'll just sit and reload magazines while watching something on Netflix.
Yeah, he's reloading. He's just reloading magazines.
Yeah.
So he is a reloader. You need to get one of them freaking Pops Quest reloaders up there, Matt.
I have both of them. I have a AK and AR one.
Okay. I was going to say, those save your...
I think I messed them up, or I'm not doing something right because they don't work very well.
Really? Mine works like a champ.
They did.
Oh, you probably wore it out from freaking shooting so much.
Yeah, they did work. They worked great. And then, like, they just started working less and less and less. And now it's like I can't even get through a mag without it stopping or jamming up or something like that. Or I'm like,
you know what I've learned, though? There is a front and a back to that. Oh, let me grab it.
Look at this guy. That's so funny.
So there is a difference. If you guys aren't familiar, this is Pop's Quest. Great dude. I got it upside down, but this loads a magazine. But the one thing I was trying to tell Matt is, so there's this side,
mm-hmm.
and then I should do it this way so you can actually see. See, there's the flat side, and then there's the it's got a little piece on it.
Yeah, that way it sinks in the magazine
backwards, because the little piece one, the one with the nugget, you know, the end or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Nugget, yeah.
That's the one that needs to go in the mag.
I got it. Like I said, I used it a bunch. It just slowly stopped working as well. And I mean, the face of the thing's getting chipped up. It's in a. I could probably go get them. I think I know where they're at. They're still in a box from when I moved here, or when I moved here. You know, in December. Yeah, they just kind of sat there and did dust for this whole time. When I moved, I'm not kidding you. When I moved to this house, I sat there and I looked at both of them forever. Like, they don't really work anymore. But Pops gave them to me. Like, I didn't pay for them. He sent them to me so I could do a video on them.
Yeah.
I can't throw away.
It's just like Clam Walker says, my thumbs work.
Yeah.
They work. Oh, man. So we shot probably 1,200, 1,300 rounds of 22 long rifle yesterday.
Oh, geez.
And So on the 1022 mags, like the long ones,
Yeah.
they're a bitch, right? So I have these things like for loading them, but who's the dumbass that didn't bring this fucking thing, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I'm like, I can't believe my thumbs are getting tired loading 22 long rifle, but man, we shot the living piss out of that stuff.
Well, it looked like those banana mags were jamming too, weren't they, or something?
They were. They're well, especially because it's been sitting for years. Those things are old, but
Yeah.
it was one of these knockoff ones, these Pro Mags.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had bought these when I still lived in California. Like I accidentally went across state line.
The lawbreaker.
Like, huge score, woo, party, and then they're a piece of shit. But they, I got it running yesterday. Not this one, but a different one. But yeah, I was all excited. Look, I got more here.
You gotta stick with those BX mags, man.
I do have the BD. Yeah, actually, I got one right here. These were great.
Yeah.
The 25s. Yeah, these were solid.
I actually tested those in my Ruger Precision Rimfire with the BX mags, and I can tell a noticeable accuracy improvement between the 10 round and the larger 25 or 30 rounds. Night and day difference.
Yeah, they put a lot of weight into that.
Yeah, it tilts the feed lip. The longer ones for some reason tilt the lips down, and it doesn't strip the 22 LR cartridge off as well as the 10 round BX mags. For some reason those 10 rounders tilted up better into stripping the round cleaner into the chamber, and noticeable difference. Yep.
Yeah, I did see a video on that years back. But I tune those magazines, and I'm like, oh, screw it. If it don't work, I'll just dump it.
Yeah. What 22 LR rifles do you have?
I have I have two or three. Two of the Marlin Model 60s, and then I have a couple bolt guns. I don't remember the models. Actually, those I'm lying. One's in 17 HMR and one's in a 22 mag. And then I have that Tactical Solution one that you saw in that
video. Yeah, I was going to get the CZ 457. It was a toss up between the CZ 457 and the Tikka T1X 22 LR. But I tell you, man, I know people have hit or miss accuracy results with the Ruger Precision Rimfire. Mine shoots lights out. It is just stupid accurate, and I just didn't feel the need to get like the CZ 457 or the Tikka T1X. It shoots amazing, especially for roughly $400. It's just cheap to shoot, and it's crazy accurate.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the name Todd for Elfster? Hitting Steel, California was asking.
So back in 2011, 2012, I joined the forum Sniper's Hide. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Sniper's Hide, but back in 2011, roughly 2012, I just needed a chat forum name. So I just came up with, obviously my last name was Elfers. So I just used Elfster, and it kind of stuck. And I ended up starting a 6x5 challenge thread on Sniper's Hide back in 2012, I think it was. And it was a forum thread where people around the world could shoot their firearm at 100 yards, and they would shoot 6 total 5-shot groups, 30 round shot in a row on one piece of paper. That way you weren't cherry picking groups or anything. And it's kind of like drag racing for the rifle and reloading community. And it wasn't about bullseyes. It was just to see how small of a group you could get. And then you'd shoot 6 5-shot groups, 30 shots shot in a row on one piece of paper. You would throw a quarter on it, snap a picture of it, upload it to Sniper's Hide, and then we would score the target for you. We literally, we would score every single 5-shot group, 6 total. We add up the average of all 6 groups, divide it by 6, and that was your score. You can't cheat. It shows you exactly how accurate your firearm, your reloads are, and a little bit of how accurate you can shoot your firearm. And it became really popular. I mean, hundreds of people were jumping on there, uploading their targets, and we had a scoreboard, and actually it's still going today. I don't run it anymore. Someone else took it over on Sniper's High, but they have, if you go in the 22 long rifle section of Sniper's High, they're still doing it today. And there's hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of people that have uploaded their targets, and they have a running scoreboard. As a matter of fact, on Facebook, I have the 6x5 closed group challenge that does the exact same thing. But yeah, when I started that out, that's how I started with my story in Elster. Oh, what's that?
That's for 6.5 Creedmoor?
Anything. It does 22 LR all the way up to 50 BMG. It doesn't matter what you're shooting. And the closed group, it's Elster's 6x5, 100 yard. What is it? 50 yard, 100 yard, 500 yard closed group. And there's people in there all around the world. They shoot their target, put a quarter on it or a tape measure, snap a picture of it, upload it to the closed group. We score it for you. And then we get you on the boards there. And there's a top 10 board for 100 yard, top 10 board for 300 yards, and top 10 board for 500 yards. And some of those guys that are in that closed group are world record shooters, like James Phillips. He used to be a 600 yard bench rest rifle shooter. He held a world record for a while, and his groups are insane. I swear the guy lives, sleeps, and will die with his firearms and reloading equipment.
Wow.
And but no, that's how I got the name Elster. So kind of a long-winded explanation of how I got it, but that's where it comes from. So I just kind of stuck with it, and then I started my YouTube channel back in 2016, and then I had to take about a year sabbatical when I got cancer, and then came back in 2018. So yeah,
I think Matt, back in the day, he had to change his name. He used to be Resist the Tyranny. And then somebody gave him shit, or not shit, but like it was.
So I started it off where I did mostly political stuff, and it was Resist the Tyranny. And I actually had my website, resistthetyranny.com, has something like 5 million views a year.
Jeez.
Yeah, it did really well when you were talking about like Google AdSense and stuff like that.
That was big time back then.
I was making a couple grand a year off the website. And the website got hacked. I lost the website. You can still find like on the what's that? With a Wayback Time Machine, where you go and look at old websites that are no longer. You can still go back and see a whole bunch of it. And the Alex Jones crowd started really populating everything I did. The water's making the frogs gay type people.
Oh my God.
And so I and it was something the Second Amendment and guns. Well, the guns have always been. I mean, I started shooting when I was 8 years old. I was doing competition shooting in my early teens. With pistol and shotgun shooting. I was doing combat courses when I was 13 years old with a .357 revolver and 2 speed loaders. So it's always been something I've done. And there was, even during the Resist the Tyranny days.
What year is this?
This is 2010 or 11, maybe 12. Yeah, 2012, I guess. 2012 and 13. During those days, Second Amendment was always kind of a priority thing in politics that I would talk about. And I just kind of slowly started weeding out the politics and revving up all the Second Amendment stuff and gun videos. And once people started recognizing that I was not one of these channels that just went out there and be like, this is how you shoot things, and, shoot yourself in the head. But I actually knew what the fuck I was talking about. Then I started doing some training videos. and things like that. And then people started requesting training videos, and that's kind of where I'm at today.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, here's that. I don't know if you can make this out or not. Let me see if I can get that. So that's that closed group I was talking about. So there's about almost 2,000 people on there. Some of them are world champion shooters. So you can.
Do I have a chance with my groups?
Well, put it this way. One of these guys, I'll see if I can find it here. You probably won't even believe it, but the guy can print groups at 300 yards. Dang. That makes most people's groups at 100 yards look pathetic. So it's insane. I'll see if I can hunt it down here for you guys. So it's nuts.
Text me the link later.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Let me see if I can hunt it down here. But yeah, keep on.
I got a fun video coming out of the Glock 44 with the what suppressors it got on it? CGS? No, I don't remember. But I did a fun thing where I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and print this for groups, and I got the one camera this way, and I'm shooting the target. And then Ray has a camera. I told Ray, put a camera back there and go, hey, what the hell are you doing? You know, and I'm like this close to the target kind of thing, just having some fun. But that thing shot well. I actually do enjoy that Glock, Matt. I don't know if you had any issues with yours, but
I had a ton of issues with it in the beginning, but it was all ammo related. Once I figured out what ammo my particular gun really liked, and mind you, I never cleaned it. So I've watched a couple videos where guys were shooting even the bulk 36 grain cheap stuff, but they said they had to really clean it first. You know, if there was any sludge or carbon or anything slowing that slide down, then it wouldn't run the cheap bulk pack stuff. But man, anything 1,400 feet per second or right in that area or above, you know, high velocity 22, it just eats the shit out of it and just keeps going like a sewing machine. It's a fun little gun to shoot.
Hey, Matt, can you type in the comment section, Conservative Sniper Hunter was trying to find your channel.
All right, so here's an example of that world record shooter. Now, keep in mind,
this 300 yards?
This is 300 yards.
That's a 1-inch square?
And those are 1-inch squares.
Oh,
and they're all in the bullseye. And not only are they all in the bullseye, but this averaged for 6 total. So what we do is we score each group. Each group is 5 shots. So we score each group, and these are all shot in one piece of paper. So you're not cherry picking, so you can't cheat.
Yeah.
And he's a bench rifle world record holder. So that
shouldn't even be allowed in it. That's no fair.
Yes, but this averaged across the board for 6 total 5-shot groups at 0.027 minutes of angle. That's insane.
Point what?
So here, I'll see if I can find it here.
It's stupid, whatever it is. Point something.
So I got it here.
300 yards?
And that was 300 yards.
You can't even see 300 yards.
That's amazing.
I don't even drive 300 yards.
So that average, if I can get this, 0.074 minutes of angle. And it was 0.2, it was less than a quarter inch at 300 yards for all 6 groups.
What caliber is that?
I believe that was a 6BR.
Damn.
So, and his rifle that he shot that with is probably worth over 10 grand.
Oh, so that helps.
So he custom made it. He spun the barrel and everything. So yeah,
he's another Kenny then.
And not only that, but he makes his own bullets too. So if that gives you an idea.
He actually makes the bullet.
He makes the bullets. He does it all. So
Joaquin found a threaded barrel for his Glock 44. That's awesome. That is awesome. The one I shot, just so you know, Joaquin, we shot a ton of suppressor. We shot it with a ton of ammo suppressed, and it still ran really well.
Mm-hmm.
There he is. There's the doggy.
So yeah, if any of your guys are on Facebook and hunt down that group, my closed group, and I don't let everyone in there. I check you out, man. If I think for a second you're not serious about shooting guns, you ain't getting in. So you better have some pictures of guns on your profile. But those guys take it serious in there. So, and it's fun. You can compete against guys across the world, and it's really easy. You post one piece of paper at 100 yards. You take 6 5-shot groups, throw a quarter on it, snap a picture, upload it, and we'll score it for you. So.
Wow, that's freaking amazing.
Yeah, no cheating, no cherry picking. It is what it is.
Yeah, so, that's cool. It'd be fun.
Yeah. So, and we got one at 25 yards for pistol, 150 yard for SBRs, 100 yards for any rifle, 300 yards, 500 yards. So.
NASCAR, he says it perfectly. He says a quarter of an inch group at 300 yards. That's amazing. That's not.
Yeah. Well, keep in mind that's just not one group. That's 6 total 5-shot groups shot in a row, and all 6 of them averaged less than a quarter of an inch. So that's insane. That shows you how this guy takes reloading to a whole different level. Like I said, he makes his own bullets and he plays around with jumps, the headspace just right. Powder drops. He plays with the barrel harmonics. He doesn't screw around. So
I couldn't walk up to the target and puncture it 4 or 5 times with a screwdriver and have my holes touch.
I know. I'm with you on that, Matt. I'm like, holy shit! I can see that group. Like that group looks great at 100 yards, but 300.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't take bird shot. Put the muzzle on the target. Pull the trigger and it'd still be a billion little tiny holes. None of them would touch, I swear.
I'll see if I can find a picture of the rifle you use. And the other thing is you cannot use an F-class bipod. You can't use a front rest. It has to be either like a Harris or Atlas bipod or a front sandbag. And that's it. So you got to have some control over the rifle. You just can't throw it on a sled and just go willy-nilly like a rifle.
Prone, or is there rules?
Yep, there's the pin post has all the rules in there. So
okay.
But it's pretty easy.
Is it from prone or what is it from?
You can shoot anything, whether it's prone for a bench, it doesn't matter. What you're trying to do is to show off how accurate your reloads and your rifle is. So I've always said this, I'll say it again. It's 33% you, 33% your reloads, and 33% how accurate your firearm is. And it's a collection of that 100%. And it's really about group size and how small you can get the group. And it's pretty much drag racing for the reloading and rifle community.
Yeah.
So
it sounds like it.
Yeah, those guys do not screw around. So
no.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find a picture of that rifle he used to shoot that. But his name is James Phillips. The guy is just insane. He's like my mentor, and I ask him questions when I have questions on reloading. So he knows his stuff, that's for sure. So
yeah, Levi got a hookup. Check this out. He got some 6.5 Creedmoor, and he got some 9mm. I got powder today, Levi. Got 2 things of powder and 1,000 primers today. So $23 primers are still available. I was shocked.
Man, when I was younger, when somebody said I got powder, that meant a completely different thing.
Yeah, white powder.
Let's see, yeah, that's a picture that he used.
Is that his rifle? That one?
Yeah.
2,000. Yeah. What scope you running on that thing?
I think it's a Night Force.
Of course it is. That's a beautiful stock.
Yeah. But he shot that off sandbags, front sandbag and a rear sandbag. So it's just blowing me away.
Yeah, Billy, I got 4350, just 1 pound of it. It's some XBR. We actually might have a connection on the, we do have a connection on the, we're working on trying to bamboozle right now, so we'll see what happens. Might be able to show you a keg of 4350 pretty soon.
Hey, you want to see a thing of 4350? Let me show you here. Let's see if I can find the picture of it.
Is it a keg?
Yeah. Did you see that picture?
No, but I might have one coming.
Let's see here. Let me see if I can find it.
He saw. Damn it! He walked out empty-handed at Academy today. Damn, you got to at least walk out with something. Yeah, 35 pounds of powder.
That's more like a 50-gallon drum.
Oh, is that a big keg?
I'm just kidding. I think it's more of a joke than anything.
That thing's just screaming for like a 50-foot cannon wick.
Yeah.
In a spot out in the middle of the desert.
Shaboo! And this crater over here was built by two rednecks and some gunpowder and a fuse.
That's all I see. When I see that, dude, I'm like, forget about tannerite, man. Put a lid on that, put some cannon wick in it, run. See what happens.
It would be kind of cool just to see what did happen, but that's a keg of powder there. Hidden steel still needs that Varjet. We need to get hidden steel to shoot a 6.5 Creedmoor. Tell them to put that 308, swap that barrel out. I went shopping in my stockpile today and did some organizing. Wife was like, dude, you have ammo everywhere in this house. We knew that. Bad Billy has been collecting frickin' ammo mafia style for the last who knows how many years. He could build a house out of frickin' ammo, making walls.
Ray doesn't really reload much, does he?
No, for the most part, either is depending on what kind of ammunition it is.
I think when you're shooting competition like that, you almost got to stick with factory. You can't be screwing around with reloads. You got to get the best factory you can get, so you can get something reliable and consistent.
If he's shooting like 223 stuff, he has a sponsor through deep. What the hell is it called?
At least his style of competition. I'm not talking like bench rest rifle shooting or F class. He's more of a PRS type guy.
Yeah, I don't know for sure what his favorite little thing is. He really likes those 2-man team sniper challenges, and then he was big into 3-gun for a long time, but 3-gun's kind of gone to the hillside for him. So
yeah, you ever thought about doing one of those competitions with him?
The sniper ones? Yeah. There's actually a couple coming up in October, and depending on if I survive the Bud Light virus or not, I would like to shoot one. I think there's one in Texas. Is it Texas? No, I don't know. Somewhere in the middle of the United States somewhere. So
yeah, I'd love to shoot one of those, but I can't shoot prone anymore. I can't do it. My neck's fused, so I can't cock my head back.
Yeah, I think with most of those shots, though, I don't think they shoot prone hardly ever, because they make you go into these weird spots.
Yeah, off barricades.
Yeah, for the most part.
I think as long as I'm shooting off a barricade off a bench, I'm fine. But I can't shoot prone anymore. I tried it. It's just not going to happen. No, I got 2 8-inch titanium bars with 12 screws in my C6, C7, and I can't forcibly cock my head back.
Hey, Todd, can you put a link in, or can you comment so they can Conservative Sniper wants to sub your channel or go over there and check it out? I don't know if you can type it in, something in there.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
You want to do a real sniper challenge? Come on out here.
Okay.
And we'll go out to some of these trafficking corridors where where the cartel snipers are sitting on the mountaintops.
Do we get to engage?
If you can glass them out, you can engage them.
All right, I got a plane ticket headed your way.
Yep, if you can glass them, you can engage them.
What if you have really good glass?
you're gonna need it because it's not like they're wearing pink on the sitting there on the top of the hill. I mean, you got to find them first.
Gotcha. Let's talk
Yeah,
about that later, Doc.
I'll see if I can get that link for you guys here.
That sounds interesting. Yeah, if you could just comment in the thing. If not, I can try to figure out a way to.
No, I got it here. I just got to hunt it down.
You got better internet than I got. I'm almost guarantee that.
Hitting Steel asked me a question. What's my favorite type of shooting? Close range, close quarters, anything inside of 50 yards, rifle and pistol, room clearing, shoot house stuff, a lot of mount type activities, that sort of stuff. Setting up, take them out to Marana. Yeah, Marana is one of the areas, Levi. But setting up ambushes, stuff like that.
There, I just posted it.
There we go. So it's down there below. And 45 Auto, yeah, I believe it is Douglas, Wyoming. There's two. There's one basically back to back. There's one there and there's one somewhere else. Marana. Is that how you say it? Marana?
Marana. Yeah. It's a little town. Well, so there's this little cluster of area. There's like Red Rock, Marana, northern part of Tucson. And what I told you about the Sasco area earlier that was wiped out by the Spanish flu, that is just outside of the Marana area in a smaller area called Red Rock. Marana is basically a subdivision of Tucson, but if you go out west of Marana into some of those mountaintops there, that's where you find a lot of your stuff, especially when they're coming out of the TO reservation.
So they're on American soil though, right?
Absolutely. This is 40 miles inland.
Yeah. And these guys are basically glassing you guys as you're walking around patrolling?
Oh yeah. There's some places you get into, you can't see them, but you can sure feel them on you. Like
little neck hairs raised up.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
One of the guys here is asking me, Elster, I think I saw you shoot the Milk Jug Challenge with Shooters of Utah. Have you shot it? No, I haven't. So I'm more of a weekend warrior on steroids.
So, you're a weak warrior.
Yeah, weak warrior.
You're the weekday warrior.
Yeah.
Tim wants me to whip up 100 rounds of 6.5 and have Ray whip him up 100 and then try to do a comparison and get back to me. That's a lot of ammo, buddy. I'll send you 5. You can do a group.
Hey, buddy, I think I'm going to have to head out here. It's almost 10:15 here in good old Wisconsin. So, hey, appreciate you having me on here, though. That's awesome.
Thanks for showing up.
Yeah, you bet. And thanks for everyone that's watching right now. If you guys are interested in my channel, especially if you want to learn how to reload, check out my playlist area. So,
yeah, he's got a lot of great information. Go check him out.
yeah. So,
yeah, good night, Todd.
Yep. Take it easy, my friends.
All right. Thanks for showing up.
Yeah.
Levi Cummins, Bad Billy 429. We got Nick Knox in the house from Korea. That's right, folks, Korea. And Hoot. Well, this is one thing I was going to try to do one of these days with Matt, was actually talk about all the cool shit he does in the next to the Arizona border. I don't know if you want to get into it today or we can do it on a different one, but Matt does a lot of stuff for us that him and his groups and a lot of Americans out there that are tired of people crossing the borders, and they do a lot of patrolling and make sure that stuff's going on. But I think it'd be kind of a cool topic. I don't know if you want to get into it today or get into it a different day.
Yeah, we've already been at this for an hour, and I'm like I said, I'm not actually feeling all that great. So
yeah, you are under the weather for sure.
Another time.
Yeah, we'll do it when you feel better. Definitely, for sure.
Like I'm just sitting here. It's like 65 degrees outside, and I'm sitting here sweating to death right now.
Yeah. If you guys don't know, Matt he doesn't have the coronavirus. He just has a a flu or
Flu.
cold or something.
Yeah.
Clam Walker wants to know what's the link to his channel. Wasn't watching, just listening.
Who?
I don't know if it's for Matt, which is RTT Guns and Gear. He commented.
I'll go back out there.
Yeah. Did Elfster put it in there as well?
I think Elster did, but I'm not sure. I just gonna put this is me. Ah, shit. I don't even know how to type Matt because you keep calling me Matt, and so there I'm out there. Hey, thanks. He saw Elster did not post his link. Okay.
Oh, okay. It's Elster's reloading rifles and reloading. Shit. Hold on. I almost screwed up.
I just typed in when I was typing in to search it earlier. I just typed in Elfsters, and it's just such a uncommon name. The rest of it came up.
Okay, so you guys can check that out for sure after Elfsters.
Let me go back out there. I'll throw it out there.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, if I try doing any magic tricks, I think I'll probably do something I'm not supposed to do, and my computer will blow up.
Yeah, it comes up right away as soon as you finish the word Elfster. Copy link and
bam
out here.
See if it works. Oh, you know what probably happened?
Bam. That's now out there under my name, guys. RTT Guns and Gear. That's not me. That's Elfster's link.
Let me see if it went through because I don't see it yet. Put it in the private chat. I don't. Maybe that's the reason why it wouldn't show up.
Somebody says it was blocked. Okay, I'll put it in the private chat here.
That's probably what the hell happened. Actually, I don't see your chat where you did. Oh, you put that's me though.
Yeah, that's in the private chat between you and I now.
Okay, the link thing probably doesn't work.
Oh, it's probably because I'm not a admit or
oh, whatever that wrench thing is.
Yeah, I'm not a wrench.
You're more of a winch than a wrench.
Yeah, I'm not so much. I'm more of a hammer than a wrench.
True. That's the Elfster's one there, guys. And then you can just click on where Matt has commented, and that will take you over there as well. Yeah, I believe so. He at least it used to.
I think it was Hitting Steel. He said, I explained. Thank you guys, first of all, for the wishes to get better. I think I'm coming out the other end of it right now. I'm into the feeling better but not good stage. Yesterday was the in bed all day, sweating my ass off, hacking, feeling like death day. So today's quite a bit better. Broke the fever and whatnot. But Hitting Steel had said something about, I like to do the fuck everything up shooting, or like fuck shit up shooting. All that close quarter stuff. I train, and like I don't have a long range class that I teach either. It's not something that I do. It's not something I claim to be good at. I have a rifle set up for, some longer range stuff. I have used it. I have shot with it, and it seems to work fine. But if I ever actually need to use these skills, it's not going to be because I'm shooting at people that are 300, 400, 500 yards away, unless they're engaging me. It's going to be when I have no choice but to do it. And so that's why I kind of stick to that kind of shooting the most.
Night conservative sniper. Well, that's the thing too. Well, you were getting engaged at past a few hundred yards at the border.
Well, that went
the border, but Arizona. I mean,
I got in that one gunfight. It was down in an area next to an area called Gardner Canyon, outside of an area called Gardner Canyon. And some of the people that are out here that have talked about Marana and Tucson, they might know about that area. It's south of Tucson, between here and the border. And we were tracking some dope. We could smell it. And we were tracking some dope. And next thing we know, we were getting shot at. We hit the deck and returned fire. And that was the last we heard of that guy or whoever it was. And that was the only time that had happened.
Well, at least it doesn't happen a lot. Because that'd make things a little sketchy every time you went out there. It's already sketchy enough, I'm sure.
Well, there's areas that like we'll take, so new guys will come out and join the group, right? And until they're at a certain level, we don't take them to certain areas. We also have a rule that those same areas require the wearing of body armor.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Kind of the rookies. You keep the rookies from getting burned up in the house fires.
Yeah.
Or you at least try to.
Mm-hmm. Because like body armor, actual body armor is not part of our required gear list. Because let's face it, you tell somebody you need to buy, $600 worth of body armor right off the bat, it tends to scare them away.
Yeah. It's a big hit to the pocket when it's when you're not building it up, little by little.
But inevitably, what happens is they'll join up, right? And they'll join up and within a very short amount of time, they realize that, hey, maybe I should get some body armor. But we give them that option to do it in their own time.
Yeah, that makes it nice. Well, Mama's home.
Yeah.
Hi, Mama.
Say hi. Yeah, Rick.
Well, man, it's a bummer you're not feeling too well. Sucks.
What group is a Southern Arizona Militia?
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of a neat deal. Matt's been doing this for years now. I've known Matt for I don't know, 5-6 years, something like that. Maybe a little
more than that.
Yeah, 7 years maybe or so. I don't know, long time. And it's been cool to kind of see, depending on what video it is. There was one point where Matt was you're putting up some videos. I'm talking like you're not here or something. There's this one video Matt made, blah, blah, blah. No, where you were posting it on certain channels, but you didn't have it on your other channel. But it was kind of neat to stay informed of how things were looking down there at the border.
I was doing that on certain channels, but not other channels.
Well, you were showing something. You were showing different things on like your Matt last name on YouTube.
Oh, well, that might have been when this was under a ban, not a ban, but I couldn't use it because of like a strike or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there was one little point there where you had to put some stuff on a different deal.
Yeah. I was not. There's been 2 occasions that I haven't been able to use this channel. 2 occasions in the last 5 years where I haven't been able to use this channel for like 6 months or whatever it was, because of copyright stuff.
Okay. TB has subscribed to you. TB's a great dude. He's been around my channel for quite a long time. He's my master at arms. I call him my master at arms. He's the one that tells everybody, thumbs up. Make sure you guys thumbs up and all that cool stuff. So,
well, I appreciate it, TB.
But he's out there. All these guys are really good. Nick's from Korea, or he's in Korea right now. Hopefully, don't get into that bad stuff. Joaquin, you out of here, my friend? Hey, have a good night. We're going to end this in a few more minutes here, anyways. Figured we'd jump on, have some fun with you guys, and I don't know, BS, find out what's going on. Get those gardens planted, people. Get them started. We might be, you might be wanting some tomatoes and stuff that you can't find at the grocery store here. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not scaring everybody off, but it's always good to grow some shit.
Levi, where are you living now? If you don't mind me asking.
So what the hell? Is that from Arizona?
Sarita.
Sarita.
Yeah. But he said he tried to find a group like that when he was. I just put the name of my group out there. He said he was looking for a group like that when he was in Sarita. If he's still living anywhere in southern Arizona, like from Casa Grande south, hit us up.
How many of you guys out there are not getting my notifications? I know Tim had said something. Conservative Sniper was saying something earlier. There was a few. You guys are putting them in the videos, saying that you're not getting any notifications. So I don't know a way to help that besides the bell thing. I'm sure you guys probably have the bell, most of you. There's nothing on my end I can do, but maybe put out a video just saying that we're going to go live at a certain time. But me, I'm so sporadic. I don't even know when I'm going to go live.
Levi, I remember Levi from the other day. We were talking about Morenci, Arizona. I remember that now.
Okay.
Yeah, he's way the hell, way the hell up here for me.
Oh, is he on the other side of Arizona, basically?
Well, my may as well be with the amount of mountains you have to go around and shit just to get to him.
Okay.
I mean, he's on this technically, I guess, the same side of Arizona, but I bet you it takes, just by the looks of the map, I bet you it takes every bit of 4 or 5 hours to get to him.
Oh, yeah, that's a ways.
So Arizona's a big state.
It is. It is.
Like it's funny. It's got half the population. It's got half the population of Ohio. How does that go? It's got twice the population of Ohio, but half the counties. Is that how it goes? No. Either way, it's a giant freaking state, man. Like where I lived in Ohio, you could drive 2.5 hours any direction, south, east, or west, and be either well out of the state or leaving the state.
Yeah.
Here, you drive 2.5 hours, and you may have left that guy's ranch property.
Yeah, it's kind of like a mini Texas over there. It's crazy. That's how it is here, man. You can drive 5 hours and be in like 6 states. You're like, holy shit! Like, you can't even keep track of how many states you've gone through if you don't pay attention.
Yeah, here you drive 5 hours. Matter of fact, I think the Grand Canyon is 5 hours from here, and that's still within the state.
See that, Julia. So for those of you guys that don't know, haven't been around as long as Julia. So years ago, I guess I got to bring this up since Julia wants to talk about it. I cut a tree down and it landed right on my house. So I actually videoed that shit, not because I wanted it to fall in the house. I just figured it'd be a cool video of it falling, Well, little did I know that it fell right on my house. And so Julia, thanks, Julia, for bringing that flashback up that, I've been trying to get out of my memory for a long time, but it's all good, Julia. The Buckeye State is a small state. All right, Matt, you got any new videos coming out? You got any new crazy stuff before we wrap this up? Besides being sick and not probably want to even do shit right now.
Oh, that last part's right. I have 2 videos. I think I have 2 videos on deck. Where's my phone so I could look them up? I don't know, but I have one that's actually cut out of one of the range day vlog videos. You hear that?
No.
You don't hear the cat over here just whining his ass off. But anyway, no, it's done now. So I have a cutout of that loading AK drum. I'm sure YouTube is going to get rid of that one as soon as they find out what it is. But how to load an AK drum, and what's the other one? Damn it, dude, I don't even know what the other one is. I know I have another video waiting to come out, but I don't know what it is.
At least you have them in the hopper. That's my problem, is I don't put them in the hopper. So I'll edit like 4 videos. I'll throw them all out. I don't put shit in the hopper. I'm like, send it, fuck it. Off it goes.
No, it's usually Saturday or Sunday and Wednesday that I put out videos. And I usually try to stay 5 videos ahead, 4 to 5 videos ahead.
That's really good. That's really good. That's some telling a thought out idea there. I can't do it.
Yeah. So I guess I only have 1 video left, and that's reloading an AK drum mag that was recorded. Actually, it was uploaded March 8th. So that almost 20 days ago, 18 days ago.
That's good though, for like rainy days like this when you're not feeling well. You can at least throw something out there, That makes it nice.
I have a holster video that I need to make. You know, what's nice thing about holster videos is that they're easy. Holster review videos are like filler. It's because they're all basically the same.
If you're gonna wear it around for like 30 days and you don't like it, you're like, we're just gonna cut this short. This thing's a piece of shit.
You sit there, it's like, okay, so it's Kydex, click, 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 click. See, it has retention. Here's the clip. This is how it conceals. Do a couple fucking B-roll draw footage, and there's your review. You don't even say if it's good or bad. You let the person watch and decide. You gotta
watch. If there's a review to watch, it is. I fucking about pissed myself. So the Crazy Scotsman, right? Mm-hmm. So someone had sent him a leather shoulder holster rig, right? And I have never seen such a brutally honest review in my entire life on YouTube. And I watch a lot of freaking YouTube, right? I was like, holy crap. Like, this is good shit right here. So if you get a chance, check out that video. It's freaking awesome. I was like, damn. It was similar to your what did you review from China the other day?
Oh, that fucking Chinese GoPro that I threw on the floor.
Yeah, it was basically, it wasn't as bad as that. Like the holster was decent, but he was being very nitpicky on shit, right? And I thought it was a pretty cool review, but I'm like, damn, he's like picking every little thing. I was like, this is pretty good. Oh shit, Tim Davis got his green screen and mic today. I'm waiting on 2 cameras and stand for the green screen. Nice, cool. Tim. You're gonna like the green screen. It's fun in the beginning, but it's you make sure you light up the screen, and then you light yourself up. So you got to have like the lighting to light the screen so it's nice and lit right, and then you got to have a couple of lights to light you up as well to make it like really decent. It's fun.
I hated it.
A pain in the ass.
I hated it. I tried green screen 8 years ago for YouTube, and man, I freaking hated it.
Yeah, it was. I had some fun with it in the beginning, but it was just so much work. I was like, oh, the hell with it.
He's right now. I'm sure he's sitting there like, thanks, guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Green screen, you can flip it over and it'll have a white or whatever to use as a backdrop. Kind of like this ugly ass sperm whale mosquito larva. I don't know. I've heard all sorts of shit. I need to repaint that. Thing is a friggin' mess. But that's cool, Tim. Tell me when you get all ready. We'll throw you on here so we can get everybody over to your channel. That'll be pretty cool. Get you some subscribers for sure. see if we got anything. All right, you guys, we got 15 seconds here. I appreciate everybody showing up. You guys are always awesome. Yeah, Matt did a great cheaper than dirt rant too as well. That was awesome.
That's going to be the ending of every one of my videos from now on, by the way, is the cross out with the cheaper than dirt. That's going to be at the end of every one of my videos now.
That's cool. Actually, I like your new intro that you did. Well, you've had it for a little while now, but I like how you got it to break away into those little chunks. That's sweet. All right. With that said, I'm going to hit the end broadcast. Rick, you need to get your sticker maker to make your big ass channel logo. I actually want to change my logo. All right, everyone. Thanks again for showing up. I will talk to you guys later.